bold, strong and thick. This is the Cortado, a very small 4-ounce drink with a very thin layer of microfoam on top, originating from Spain. The name Cortado comes from the Spanish verb cortar, which means to cut, and in this video we're going to make it. This drink varies in size depending on where you are in the world, so today I'm going to be making it in a 4-ounce glass following a 1:2 ratio of coffee to milk. So enough yapping, let's get straight to it. So first things first, you need to have a 4-ounce glass because Cortados are usually made in a 4-ounce glass like this. You can easily get them off of Amazon. I think it's something like £10 for a pack of 6. So they're quite affordable on Amazon, but yeah, you're going to need one of these. So we can start off by pulling our espresso. So the coffee I'm using today is Gersa, in Ethiopian by Kiss the Hippo. It is Yirgacheffe. I think this is the first Yirgacheffe coffee that I've actually had. It's quite nice, it's natural, and it's got tasting notes of raspberry, peach and mandarin. As usual, I'll put the link to my Barista Basics playlist in the description, so if you need to learn how to make an espresso or steam milk or whatever it may be, you can go down there and learn how to do that. There is our puck ready to go into the machine. A bit of a quick shot, but for the sake of demonstration, I don't think that'll matter too much. So there is a standard espresso shot in the 4-ounce glass, just to see how small this drink's going to be. So the rest of this, the Cortado is going to fill right up to the brim of that glass right there. I don't know if you can see, it's not in focus exactly. There you go. So it's going to fill up this entire glass, and that will be your Cortado. And for the foam, it's only going to be about that much. So now that we've got our espresso shot, we need to steam some milk. So because this is a very small drink, we're going to be using a small pitcher, a 12-ounce pitcher, and we're going to be filling up with milk just halfway under the spout, just there. So as I said earlier, we're not going to aerate very much. It's just going to be a few spurts and then that's it, we're stopping there. You do not want to over aerate this at all because of the small size of the glass. If you add, say, enough foam for a flat white, you'll get the thickness of a cappuccino essentially. It's just the fact that the glass is so tall, all of that foam will just sort of stack up. So you really want to keep aeration at a minimum. So you hear that? That's all I'm doing. Just that tiny, tiny burst of air. And that's it, I'm done. And we're just gonna keep this rolling. So as you can see here, very, very little foam. You do not want to go overboard with the foam. So we have our espresso and we have our milk. As you can see, the crema on my espresso has completely dissipated because it was a very fast and channeled shot. So not ideal, but that doesn't matter. We're going to try and get some latte art out of this anyways. One thing to note is these glasses are really, they're notorious for being difficult to pour in. So if you don't get any latte art, you're not the only one struggling with pouring in them. So let's see if we can get something decent at least. And oh, just spilt it everywhere. That was a mess, so I just cleared up my spill there, but there you are. I didn't get that great latte art on it, but I did get something. These are quite hard to pour in. As you can see, there isn't that much foam. This is actually on the thinner side of the sort of spectrum. There should be a tiny bit more foam on there, but even then, the Cortado doesn't have that much foam. So let's give it a quick taste. Let's see if I can do it without spilling it everywhere. Regardless of how big a disaster this drink was, that is how you make a Cortado. Not the exact way I made it, by spilling it everywhere and under aerating it and everything, but that's kind of the general principles on how to make a Cortado. And that is all for today's video. If you like this video and want to see similar content in the future, subscribe, turn on notifications, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you soon.